In this video, we are going to look at expanding binomial products. Binomial expression means an expression which has exactly two terms. For example, 3x and 7 separated by minus sign between them. So that's two terms. Minus 5 plus 2m, 7x squared, y minus xy are the examples of binomial expression. Binomial product of two binomial expressions. So 3x minus 7 times minus 5 plus 2m. Now, there is no time symbol between them, so that's an invisible time symbol between two parentheses. Now, here comes when you use the round grouping symbol, that's called parenthesis. And if you use square grouping symbol, that's called brackets. So now onwards, I will be using parentheses. Example 1. Expand the following products and simplify by collecting like terms. N plus 2 times 2n plus 6. Method 1. You split the terms in the first parenthesis. So you write n plus 2. So that here, very important that you need to include the sign with the second term. And then write the second grouping symbol terms as it is. And expand as you have already learned. That gives you n times 2n, 2n squared, plus n times 6, 6n, 2 times 2n, 4n, 2 times 6, 12. Now we need to collect like terms. That gives you 2n squared plus 10n plus 12. Now all these three terms are unlike terms, so we cannot simplify it further. We'll leave our answer here. Method 2, by area diagram. Draw a rectangle with side lengths as algebraic expressions given as product. So the side lengths of this rectangle, now these rectangles are not to this scale. So side length of this rectangle, n plus 2, and another side length is 2n plus 6. Now we can split these side lengths based on the two terms of these binomial expressions. So if I split n plus 2 as n and 2 and split 2n plus 6 as 2n and 6. Now find the area of each rectangle. So 2n times n, that gives you 2n squared. 2n times 2, 4n. 6 times n, 6n. 6 times 2, 12. Now the area of the outer rectangle is the binomial product of these two algebraic expressions, which is equal to this sum of the areas of these four divided rectangles. So if we write it as the sum of the areas of these four rectangles, that gives you 2n squared plus 4n plus 6n plus 12. Again, if you combine like terms, that gives you 2n squared plus 10n plus 12. Method 3 is also known as FOIL rule, and it is good to learn to begin with. So first term, multiply the terms of the second grouping symbol, and then second term multiplied with each term of the second grouping symbol. So that gives you n times 2n, 2n squared, plus n times 6, 6n, 2 times 2n, 4n, 2 times 6, 12, and again you get the same answer. Now why this is called FOIL rule? So if you look at n times 2n, these are the first terms of two algebraic expressions, so it's f. Then n times 6 means outer terms of these two algebraic expressions, so O. 2 times 2n, inner terms of these two algebraic binomial expressions. And then 2 times 6, the last terms of these two binomial expressions. That's why it's called FOIL rule. Now, when you extend your skills in senior mathematics, the first method will be more useful for understanding. However, you can work with any method. Another example, part B, 3m minus 1 times 2m plus 1. Again, write down, split the terms of the first parenthesis and write the second parenthesis expression as it is. Expand. That gives you 6m squared plus 3m times m, 3m times 1, 3m, negative 1 times 2m, negative 1 times 1. Again, collect the like terms, including their signs. So that gives you 6m squared plus m minus 1. Area diagram. I have already drawn it for you. Now this time, because the first bracket has minus between two terms, so you need to draw a rectangle with the entire side length as 3m and then take away 1, and the leftover expression is 3m minus 1. But the second parenthesis can represent the side length, the other side length, so which is 2m plus 1, and then split that as 2m and 1. So the expansion or the product of these two binomial expressions is the shaded area. So let's find out the area. So that's 2m times 3m minus 1, which is 6m squared minus 2m. This one, 1 times 3m minus 1, which is 3m minus 1. Now, the product of these two binomial expressions is the sum of areas of two shaded rectangles. So 6m squared minus 2m plus 3m minus 1. Collect the like terms and you get same as above.